So Lou just sat down and now he made friends with the elderly couple next to him, and he's teaching them about powerlifting, about this really strong guy at our gym named Steve Gentelli, how he could pull 800 pounds. And now these guys are really interested in powerlifting. We're talking to them about the powerlifting and weightlifting event we're going to with Caffeine and Kilos. Lou is a friend-making magician.
I remember this flight from Southern California on JetBlue airline. We were sitting, well, we had a window seat. My wife was next to me, and this other guy sat down. He was traveling with a group of friends, and I guess they were heading to Sacramento to go to a powerlifting competition, a deadweight competition.
Lou.
Showing them Steve Gentelli and everyone else at the gym lifts and stuff.
Hey Lou.
Yeah?
I saw you making a new friend on the plane.
I did. It's cool because they were telling me about their YouTube channel, and so it just blows my mind that, like, you know, how big YouTube is. It's a big deal. I mean, it's a huge age difference, obviously. You know, he actually used to live where I used to live a long time ago. We were just reminiscing about all these places that we went to and all this delicious food.
Yeah.
And he was just also telling me about how he's traveled to a lot of places around the world. Like, he's been to Russia, he's been to Tokyo, he's been to Australia, he's been to Alaska, he's been so many places. And you know, he was watching me use my phone, and he was just really amazed by how fast I can edit my pictures. Like, they were asking me what kind of phone I have.
You know, like a regular person though,
yeah,
isn't able to get like into an in-depth conversation with strangers that well.
Yeah.
How do you make friends so easily?
I don't know. I mean, I just...
We had a conversation. We probably talked the entire way back. What's funny about this video is that he's taken all the credit for making friends, but I've got so many hours of flight time, and I've had countless conversations with other passengers. If he hadn't started talking, there's a very good chance that we would have. So that part kind of made me laugh. And also something else that took me by surprise, and as funny as this seems, I've never heard myself referred to as elderly, although I'm 71 years old now. But for some reason I just had it in my mind that I came across a little bit differently to other people. Apparently not. So that was kind of an eye-opener.
So how did you get from, you probably said hi, he said hey, and then how did you get from that to him telling you he has a YouTube channel? It's amazing.
Yeah, it's fun. I love talking to people, man.
What's step number 3? So first, step number 1, say hi. Step number 2, make it comfortable. What's step number 3?
Once you break down that barrier, then you have to start breaking your own barriers. And once you break your own personal barriers, you kind of start talking more about, like...
How do you break your own barrier?
You start talking a little bit about yourself. You tell them some intimate information about yourself, about places that you've been to, just personal experiences. With them, they're a lot older than me. I'm not gonna be like shouting and just like, let's go, like, you know, like...
That's true.
Palabra. Like...
As the flight progressed, we were talking about the old neighborhoods where we used to live, and I was surprised that this young guy even knew about some of these places that I used to go to. I didn't think he went back that far, but things have changed. I did get the address of the competition. It's not too far from where we live, and after I saw his footage on his iPhone, I thought, you know, I'd like to get some of that stuff and put it on my YouTube channel, some of that powerlifting. So we showed up the next day. We looked for these guys from Barbell Brigade, and we were not able to locate them. But I got some footage anyway. Something else that I don't quite understand. I mentioned that I had a YouTube channel, and I told him the name of it. I don't understand why I got so many subscribers and followers as a result, because I saw this video, I watched it very carefully, and I don't hear my channel's name mentioned even once. It's Grabshot, but I never heard it mentioned. but yet now I've got about 230 subscribers, and they're mostly the friends that or the followers of Bart and Geo's channel, and they're really a great bunch of people. They were leaving very positive comments, and it lasted for quite a while. I guess they all kind of moved on to something else now, but I continue to enjoy this newfound popularity. So thanks to Lou Galvez, my YouTube channel exploded.
So it was awesome. They're my friends now. They want to go to the powerlifting or the deadlift competition tomorrow.
That's awesome.
He's like, can you give me the address? And I was like, yeah, I got you. And then he also has a YouTube channel, so I followed him. And he said nobody has ever commented on his videos.
Aww.
So I'm gonna comment on all of them.
That's awesome.
But it just blew my mind, you know, like social media. You know, even that connected us a little bit, because I told him a little bit about us, and he was just really amazed.
You know, if Bart had just asked me how to make friends, I could have told him it's really a two-way street. I'm really a friendly kind of guy myself, and I enjoy meeting people and having conversations. With all the traveling that I've done, I'm sure I've had conversations with people from every walk of life. You know, everything from scientists, PhDs, day laborers, you name it. I've talked to Aborigines in Australia. I've talked to Buddhist monks. So it's a non-stop thing that goes on in my life too. So I guess I have to take some of the credit.
Amazed, and I kind of just started another intimate part I started talking about was like powerlifting. I just started.
Did he even know what powerlifting was?
No, he had no idea. He had no idea, but she was really scared. She was like, I can't watch this.
Now he's gonna compete now?
He wants to compete. He's thinking about going to the gym.
Dang.
Just for the conversation.
Changing lives, Lou. That's awesome, dude. Thanks for teaching me how to make friends,
I try.
So Bart, if you're ever wondering how to make friends, you can also let me weigh in on the subject. Something else that occurred to me in this video, Lou mentioned that I'd never heard of weightlifting or powerlifting. I'm really no stranger to the sport. I mean, aside from watching the Summer Olympics, you know, numerous times, I did lift weights in the 70s and the 80s. I had a complete set of free weights and a bench press, but just after I got married, I thought that maybe it's time I sell my weights. I was only using my weight bench to hang my jackets on and sit on while I tie my shoelaces. So I let them all go to a neighbor at the apartment building where I was staying. And since then I really haven't had the need to lift weights, but I was into it for a while. I wasn't really bulking up or anything, but I was regularly exercising with weights. So I'm no stranger to the subject.